All right, Gary. I should call you Nick because I called Nick Gary more than once. But I'm just going to get back, I think, briefly. My plan is briefly because this really went to Nick and I, but it's really mostly about what Nick said. So I'm not sure that you haven't mischaracterized a little bit about what Nick said, Gary. Okay. To me, what I got out of what Nick was saying was it's going to be very difficult, okay, to try to to achieve that equilibrium of what I call economic democracy, which is really what you're all about. Um, it's going to be very difficult because of the numbers. Okay, now I think I do agree with him that it's going to be difficult, but it's not impossible, and I agree with you that it's a worthwhile undertaking. It's a worthwhile goal, and therefore it's a worthwhile undertaking. Um, but let's see. I think here the what I'm only thing I'm going to say is your objective is to take away, to remove, to eliminate the control that that the money power, and when I say that in my language, the money power, but to you it's the rich, okay? That the rich have over our lives, the money power people have over our lives. That's what you want to end, okay? And I agree with you. You know that I agree with you. I'm after economic democracy specifically. I mean, if you haven't read Major Clifford Hugh Douglas's book entitled Economic Democracy, in which he takes a look at the science of money and the science of the mechanics of money. He was an engineer. Um, you'll see that this kind of economic justice that you're seeking has really been laid out in a very thoughtful way with regard to access to the money supply. Okay. Um, you keep relating to the fact that we have this problem that the interest thing is what has us all, the presence, the existence of the interest thing, is what basically keeps us all in a state of servitude to I call them the moneyed interests, okay? So to me, it's servitude to the money interests. They use interests, and they use interest, and that is the rent of money, the rent of the money system. They own the money system. They rent it to us. We pay interest on it. That's how they control us. But you mention the interest as being the thing, and yet, when I try to explain to you, and I'm about at my wit's end trying to explain this to you, Gary, okay? I really am. Um, and you're going to hear about why in the other video. Um, when I try to explain this to you, that it's the money system, okay? You know, the money system is the thing that they use. They create all the money as debt. Money has to serve as a means of exchange. Then it serves as other things. It serves as measures of wealth and standard of, unit of measure and other things. But it has to serve as the means of exchange. Now, if in serving that basic need of exchange, all they do is rent us the money system. I don't know if you've seen my video where I try to explain that we pay 3 times for every bag of groceries. Have you ever seen that one, Gary? Why do we pay 3 times for every bridge that we build or every school that we build? Why do we pay 3 times for it instead of only once? Is it because they're rich? Or is it because they own the money system? And they rent us back the money system? And the answer is they rent us back the money system. I don't know what it will ever take, if that will ever get through to you. I have no idea. But I know that you see the effects of the corruption of the money system. And you see the corrupt effects of the corrupt system. But there's something, about your understanding of how things work that prevents you from achieving what I call monetary literacy. That's why I did the monetary literacy course. You'd be 3 times more pissed off if you really realized it's our money system and it's that they've taken it away from us, and we need to get it back, and we can get it back, and when we get it back, we can fix all these problems that you're talking about. You made mention here about the failure to invest in people. The priority use of the money supply. I mentioned this back to Nick in regards to his own video. Okay, the priority use of the money supply, investing in people. That's what you're talking about, investing in people, instead of investing in leveraged arbitrage and having access to free money from the Federal Reserve Bank so that they can offshore our jobs and all kinds of dastardly things that people that have the freedom to do it do. But anyway, the interesting, investing in people, monetary reform, Gary, monetary reform. And now I'm going to hit you hard, as I don't feel like you're being honest with me, okay?